Hey guys, welcome back. So in this tutorial, let's explore the idea of creating ARPs. Again, I keep coming back to this ARP situation here because I know it's quite challenging to create ARPs, especially when we don't have music theory sort of under our belt. All right, so this is going to be a two-part series on how to make arpeggios. This is the first installment, very basic. We're going to cover some basic concepts here to get you started, and the subsequent video will be released. So I urge you to subscribe to the channel. That's the video we're going to deep dive a little more and delve into some more colorful aspects and create some more compelling ARPs. All right. So again, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's get started. So this is a little excerpt, and we're going to go ahead and create a very simple arpeggio motif that I think will be very useful for your production. So what we're going to do in this tutorial is play this excerpt, and then I'm going to lay down some arpeggio ideas, and then we're going to break this down in case you're not a keyboardist or a piano player. You'll see it's very straightforward. So let's go ahead and play this out first. All right, and when it loops back, I'm basically going to start playing on the keyboard. That's pretty straightforward. Let's put down another idea. All right, so let's go ahead and deep dive into what exactly is going on here. I'm going to call this first example up, and this one will be down. So let's head on over to this up clip here, and let's quantize this. I have a bit of latency, and I'm just going to replay this, make sure that we are in sync. This up clip. We only need one revolution of this actual motif. So let's zoom in and see exactly what we have going on. Now, if you are curious, this song is in the key of, I guess you can say, C major. And so basically all we have here is the tonic, the one, the second note of the scale, which is the D, and the G, which is the fifth. So we're basically using these three notes to create the entire sequence of this ARP. Let me go ahead and clean this up here so this will make a lot more sense. And so we just have 16th notes, nice and neat. Right, so in case you're not a keyboard player, we are actually going to do this manually in a few moments, but I just want to explain the idea with this particular motif. So really simple here, we have some 16th notes. Again, we're using the C, the D, and the G, and we're just repeating that sequence without allowing any spaces in between them. All right, so you get this cool effect. Now, the thing that makes it sound as if we're doing something really complicated here is that we are jumping from various octaves. So for instance, I have my cluster of 3 right here, and I have it pitched an octave higher. Then I come back to the original register, and then I have it pitched up again. And so we just go ahead and repeat that sequence. Same thing for this, this downward example here. Again, let me zoom in, same note. So we are relying on just those 3 notes again, C, D, G, C, D, G. This time we're starting from the G, the D, the C, and then again, G, D, C. Let's head back to this clip here. So what we're gonna do here is that we are going to recreate this really quickly manually, all right? So in case you're not a keyboard player, you don't feel comfortable playing these notes, that's absolutely fine. What I've done here is that I've created another MIDI clip, and this will be the clip that we will use to create this manually. So I'm gonna hit Command B. This turns my cursor into a drawing tool. The first note I'm gonna hit here is C3. This is what this guy sounds like. And then the next note will be the D, followed by the G. All right, so let me just play this little sequence. Good. So highlight all of these three, copy, paste, pitch it up an octave. Already, we're almost done. What I can do again is duplicate, back down, and then ultimately copy, paste, and pitch this one 2 octaves up. Right? And then the final step here is setting the brace here so that this entire thing is really occurring over a count of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so 2 things which are really cool with this arpeggiation is that because it's repeating every 3rd quarter note, it sort of has this endless feel to it. Like you can't really tell where the 1 is. As opposed to, let's say, if we had it spread out amongst 4 beats. Even if we were to fill this space up with a series of notes, you would basically feel as if the 1 would always be accented, but having it set to 3/4, again, it gives you this sort of never-ending feel. The other aspect, which is really cool with this particular arpeggiation, is that it kind of works over the chords that we have, right? So let me play out these chords really quickly. This is our pad group. I'm going to play everything but the drums. So we have a different chord here other than the C. So despite the chord progression, which is basically changing every 2 bars, we're maintaining this same motif and it basically works. Without clashing. So I just wanted to hop on here really quickly, give you guys some basic tools to use if you are struggling to create arps. I have a number of tutorials that focus on arpeggiation, so I'll be sure to link that in the cards. And the cool thing with this is that now that you've inputted these notes, you can basically come in here and switch these around. But this could be a very good base to start off with, and then eventually you can, you know, tweak things out, use other chord tones. You don't necessarily have to use 1, 2, and 5, but I find as a good starting point, 1, 2, and 5 basically works, and you're pretty much safe. All right, I hope this was helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.